Okay, now we're backstage, so that's why there's
Where
noise.
Where are we backstage?
We're backstage in the Olympia Theatre in Dublin, Ardal.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever been backstage at a TV show
Never.
before.
I always come in through the front.
All right.
I want to be amongst
loud,
people.
messy.
Yeah.
And being back in Dublin, like, do you get a lot of people like recognise you and stuff? Like, is it nice, or is it? I suppose you think you're great.
I think there's always that kind of double edge at home, but it keeps you very grounded. Like, it's the beautiful thing about Dublin really is that people treat everyone the same. I mean, when Barack Obama came to Ireland and the Queen, and I'm not comparing myself to those.
It's similar.
I think
it is similar.
Yeah, I like.
It's a homecoming.
Yeah, but they don't treat them any differently. It's like, how are you, Barack? You know, that would be the attitude.
Or Barry.
Or how are you, Queen?
Yeah.
And so no, people like people just treat everyone exactly the same, no matter who you are. But the great crowds, you know, legendary.
And a lot of people in the UK wouldn't know this, but yourself, Barry Murphy, and Kevin Gildee are kind of to blame really for comedy in Ireland a little bit.
Yes, we started comedy in Ireland. There were no jokes before we came along in the mid-90s. Yes, no one had laughed for 100 years.
And what made you do that? What was there something? Did you just see someone on telly?
Well, partly there was nothing else to do. That's just the reality at the time. There really wasn't. And we had seen all the stuff that was happening in the Comedy Store in London. And we had kind of more heard about it, not really seen very much of it. We weren't exposed to much comedy here, really. I mean, there was an old school type of thing, which there wasn't even much of that. But you know, we saw these shows coming on TV, Saturday Night Live, Friday Night Live, all these brilliant shows, and the young ones then, the sitcom, the young ones. And we just thought, God, we'd love to do something like that. You know, that was the instinct we had anyway, the inclination we had anyway. You know, when we were making each other laugh, it was that kind of knockabout stuff. And we always said, like, you know, Dublin is there's a big hole in Dublin, which is the comedy hole, and it's just missing something like that. It's just a little club, you know, you just want 20, 30 people to come in and look at you. And it just kind of went from there, and it grew bit by bit over the years, and eventually, like, there was a proper comedy scene in Dublin.
And do you remember the first one?
I remember the first night. I can remember what I was wearing. I can remember the terror. I can remember my legs start wobbling uncontrollably. Like, it was really like, so, you know, and I couldn't stop it. I was just talking like that, and my leg was just going, and it wouldn't stop. And
nothing like tonight.
Nothing like tonight. No.
Breathe.
It was terrible. It was terrible those first few years. No, the other leg will be going tonight.
What's the perfect ending then for you this evening?
What do you mean?
Last question. For like, you'll walk out of here now tonight, king of the world.
I come from County Monaghan,
so nobody's
60
ever
miles
king of the
down the
world.
road. So people's like emotional range is like from there to there. No one gets too excited. No one gets too down about anything. So for about 30 seconds after the show, I'll be slightly elated, and then it'll all be, tomorrow.
Take the bins out.
It'll be it's always a relief when it's over. You know, all the excitement and everything, and you put so much effort into every show, as I'm sure you do, and every comedian does. I know it doesn't look like that a lot of the time, but you know, you really want it to work well. So it's just this great sense of relief when it's all over, and you know,
cool. Well,
you've done your shit.
Best of luck tonight.
Yeah, thanks.